Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know how we do, so let's just get into it. Today, I don't know exactly what I'm going to title it. I guess you'll figure it out when I put the title on there. But it's really about how history really impacts today, and I just really want to talk about like how I guess slavery, and how it impacts how Epstein files are being sort of not received today. So I'll just get into it. History matters. Like history matters, and I feel like a lot of us. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not you, but me particularly. I was at one point perplexed that we're not having a much greater reaction to all this pedophilia. It's like, I think it's one of the most egregious crimes, right? It's something that's always a uniting rally call, And yesterday I did a video, kind of about how priests, I'm saying, priests, not saying that all priests, but as a percentage of professions, like we kind of know commonly that pedophilia happens in those priest environments. And just recently in Camden, they had just resolved 300 abuse cases of children, and it's almost like kind of commonplace that we associate, hey, abuse could maybe happen more likely in this particular area. And so I'm kind of bridging that conversation today and taking it on to like slavery. And I did a video earlier about slavery, about how we don't really think about, I think just calling it slavery is light work, right? It's not really putting into context exactly what it was. And one of those things was rape and pedophilia, right? That was an everyday occurrence for slaves, right? Women were raped every day, children were raped every day, beaten, sexually abused, sexualized, all these things every single day. So it wasn't just labor and physical abuse, it was definitely sexual abuse, sexual predators, pedophilia, all that shit. And it was common, right? Like raping black children for hundreds of years, even post slavery, was like okay. When it was reported, no one did anything. It was like the abuse of black bodies has always been okay. Like, in small digression, like one of the key components of racism, right? How they tried to make it work, right? Was suggesting that black people were somehow apes, right? Or closer to apes or less human than, white people. That was the whole trope. Which has made it so rich that people were trying to say that, the president posting Obama as a monkey was like somehow not racist. And at minimum, it was completely insensitive and ignorant to the history of racism if you're going to say that's not racist. But I digress. They basically said we were not human, right? Like let's rest with that they said that black people were not human. They wrote it into the Constitution saying we're three-fifths of a man. They wrote it into all their textbooks saying that like biologically we're more closer to apes and all this stuff, right? Think about this. So if like one of two things can't be true, right? If they really believe this, if they really actually believed that black bodies were not human, how could they rape us? How could they procreate with apes? What does that say about them? Think about that. Think if they honestly thought that black bodies were not human, what does it say about them to fuck us, rape us, right? And then it goes even further. It gets sicker, right? They not only raped us and claimed that we were subhuman, but then they said it was our fault, right? That these black temptresses and tempters are going to tempt your good Christian white soul to fuck them. So they said these animal people were so seductive and powerful over them that they were now victims of the seduction of the black apes. Does that make any sense? Can an animal seduce you? What does that open them up to? So it means that they fuck other animals, right? I mean, if fucking this animal is okay, so fucking all bestiality is now all right. I mean, right? I mean, doesn't that kind of make sense? Like, is it the only animal? And it goes even deeper. How would you let someone you think is an animal breastfeed and raise your children? Like the black man, they used to literally have their babies suck the tit of the slave mothers. Make that make sense. You think someone's an animal, is a threat, is a subhuman, but you allow them to nurse your children. You rape them, you procreate with them, and you say they're seductresses that cause you to want to fuck them. It's fucking batshit crazy. It's insane. It's the mentality that this society was made after, which is why our bodies are still so subjected to their whims today. And I'm taking it to pedophilia because they did this to our babies. Like our babies were like little, to them, not human. So they were able to do whatever they wanted to do with them. They used to fucking put our babies as, the little heads or the things, the milk bottles that we throw at, amusement parks and whack a mole. That used to be black babies' heads. They used to whack them. Used to throw baseballs and rocks at them for their amusement. They used to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to rape them. Like they used to take our flesh and make leather with it. Eat us. They used to eat us. And lo and behold, look what we have here in the Epstein files, right? Raping kids, eating them, doing all the things that they did to black bodies forever. Forever. Right? And it's just like, do we think we're really going to find any penalty? This was normal practice. This was something that's the foundation of American culture that we don't want to talk about. That you're allowed to do, certain people are allowed to do horrible things to other people. And we're horrified right now, as we should be, to find out that this network goes so deep. Some of the most rich and powerful men all over the globe. It's baked into the cake of leadership. But what I want us to take away from this shit is this is always how it's happened. But it somehow was okay when it was black people. Right? It was okay when it was black people. But now we've realized that it's happening to all people. And now all of a sudden there's an uproar. But there's still not any really accountability, right? There's still not accountability because these people have been like, hey, we've been doing this for hundreds of years. This is a part of our culture. That's why they're being protected. That's why they're being protected. They say, hey, their protection is worth more than everything. And it's great. Like, that's why history matters. I just want us to connect the dots. We wonder why priests aren't getting accountability. We wonder why these fucking horrible, rich, white billionaires aren't taking accountability. It's because it's part of the culture. Rape, pedophilia, abuse, murder, genocide. It is so American. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and unless we reconcile with this, unless we deal with it, talk about it, really get into the weeds of it, we will never be healed from it. There will be more Epsteins. I don't know. I don't know how to end this. I don't do whatever. It's just upsetting to me. And part of it is really, it comes back to the original sin of slavery. And what it actually means. It's not just slavery. It's not. It's pedophilia, rape, genocide, molestation, lies, mutilation, all of that. Every day. Every day. Imagine the psychological warfare and how that manifests into a people. And how that continues to move forward. And how that goes into how our black bodies not being valued. It goes into it. The police, now we're seeing the narratives of the two, Renee Good and Preddy, how they were murdered. That's how a lot of black people are depicted in America every day. They're automatically looked at as a perp, even though, hey, no one's taken the time to look into them and see if they were actually a good person. It's automatically, well, hey, they must have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. And if they're in the wrong skin, well, God forbid, clearly they were just bad from the beginning. Clearly they were up to no good. You have to prove your innocence, right? I don't know, just some food for thought. Until next time.